Hello and welcome. This is just a quick video today to show you how to set up ValleyTalk for use with the Mistral AI large language models. Mistral is a French AI model developer, and they provide several models that work well with ValleyTalk. In particular, they provide the Mistral model, which seems to be the best free model currently available for use with ValleyTalk. In this video, I will walk you through the whole process from installing the ValleyTalk mod itself, including setting up an API key, configuring the game, checking the configuration was a success, and starting a day. To start from the beginning, here I am in my mods folder with the zipped ValleyTalk mod. I need to start by unzipping the install file and moving the results into the right folder. This is nothing unusual, the same process as any mod. So we're unzipping the contents of the download zip file and then simply move the install files back into my mod directory, like so. This gives me a fully installed mod, ready to configure. If I now navigate into the mod folder, I can find the config.json file, which can be used to configure the mod. There are two ways that you can configure the AI model you want to use with ValleyTalk. You can either come into this folder and edit the config.json file and set things up directly, or, if you have the generic mod config menu installed, you can use it to create this configuration. Either way works perfectly well, and you only need to do one of them. To configure using the config.json file, for most people there are really three things you need to set, which are the provider, the model name, and the API key. In this case, where we're working with Mistral, we need to set the provider to be Mistral. We then set the model to be Open Mistral 8 by 22B, which is the best of Mistral's free models. For this purpose, we don't need to worry about server address or prompt format. There is an experimental option here to apply translation, if not playing in English, so if you want to try that out, you can set that option to true. Then, all that is left to finish configuring the mod is an API key. The API key is used by Mistral to identify us when we're making queries, so they know which account to use. To get an API key for Mistral, we need to go to their website at mistral.ai. When we do that, we'll see this screen. Mistral call their remote calls service La Platforme. So to continue to get an API key, we need to click on Build on La Platforme, which is the orange button down there in the middle. Once we do that, it displays this window to sign in, but we need to click at the bottom where there is a sign-up link. I'm going to create an account using my Google account, but you can also sign up using Microsoft or using an email address and password. In my case, I select Google, then the account that I'm looking to sign up with, and then give Google approvals to share data with Mistral so that they can create my account. Having done that, I'm presented with this prompt where I can specify some account details. Workspace name doesn't really matter unless you plan to do other things with the account. I then say that I'm a solo creator rather than a company and accept the terms and conditions. That's the basics of the account created. To get an API key, I then just need to verify my identity, pick the free API plan and create the key. So I click on Set up my plan, which takes us to the billing screen. You see there are two options provided. One is that I want to experiment for free, which comes with rate limits and access to a restricted set of models, or scale, as they call it, which gives you full access. Before we can proceed with that, it needs some identity verification. We get a normal set of prompts to enter a phone number to verify against, and enter the verification code when it is sent back. So now we have a verified account, and I am back at the option to select which plan I want to use. Now that I'm back to this, I can click once again on Experiment for free. We're now ready to set up an API key. I click here on API keys on the left-hand side. You'll see initially I have no API keys set up, so I click Create New Key. I then need to enter a name for the key, so I'll enter Stardew Key, and then I can specify if we want the key to expire. I will just click on Create Key. You'll see the created key here in red. Having copied the key, I can return to the config file, paste that into the API key section, and save the file. Now I'm ready to play Stardew Valley with the ValleyTalk mod enabled. So if I now start the game, you'll see the game is launching as per usual, and if I pull up the SMAPI window, you'll see as the text comes through that there is a message to say that the mod is successfully connected to the API model. Just to prove this is working, we'll finish loading, load up a game, and generate some dialogue. Alright, so here we are in the farmhouse with Abigail in the kitchen. Let's talk. In this game, our daughter is called Abigail II, so that's who is being referred to there. And so, yes, it has created dialogue taking into account the weather, the presence of a baby, the baby's name, and some of Abigail's favorite activities. That's a brief introduction to configuring the ValleyTalk mod for use with Mistral's free model. To get the full experience of the mod, I recommend using one of the paid AI models, such as Mistral Large, which is Mistral's most powerful model, or one of the other paid AI providers, such as Claude Sonnet, Claude Haiku, GPT-4o, or Google Gemini. Setup for those goes much the same way, just inputting a different provider and model name. Thanks for watching.